This is how teachers typically set up these problems. They literally write out the factored form of an equation, solve it. That's 5x minus 3x is 2x. Okay. And then they don't show the students this part. And they say this is equal to f of x. And they say find the zeros, when in reality they made it by already defining the zeros to begin with. So we're going to find the zeros by factoring. Okay, you're going to have, it's totally okay if you ask me 100 questions along the way, but you have control of the iPad now. I'm tutoring. Look at that. Okay, now you gotta actually find the zeros. You're close. Yeah. You've got it set up, and it's kind of one logic step away. Oh, and I erased it to make it that fun. Remember, it's okay if your hand rests on the screen. It won't pick up on your hand. Unless that's how you write it.
No, this is how we write.
I was going to say.
Maybe I put that in parentheses.
You're actually doing work right now to remove the parentheses from this. You're separating each individual factor, which is great. You're going to prove to yourself that you factored it right.
Oh, jeez.
What does 5x minus 3x equal? 2.
Oh, 2x.
2x, right? And you can just rewrite the rest of this. Okay. You just proved to yourself that you definitely factored the original equation correctly, because when you FOILed it back, it went right back into its original form. So you didn't have any mishaps in your thinking, which is great to feel confident. And I showed that to you last time to also show that that's a way to check yourself, but it doesn't quite give you your answer. Actually, getting your answer is almost an easier step. What I'm gonna do for you really quick is I'm gonna clean up these and these. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna keep it because it's valuable, and a teacher would want to see this on students' work to say, hey, like, I did this right. Put it down here. I'll break it down, and how about looking like this? How about we do x minus 3 equals 0 and x plus 5 equals 0. So this is kind of like your little side note to think about. Because if you remember, we're just trying to find some x value, some number that you can plug into x, so that this equation altogether will equal 0. We're trying to force that to happen. So what number can go into x to make one of those terms equal 0?
3.
3. There's one of them. So x equals 3 is an answer. And then
Wouldn't it be negative 5?
-5. So those are your two answers that if you plug into either this equation, either this equation or this equation, and I don't care if you plug in a 3 or a -5, in either case, what's your final answer going to be?
0.
0, definitely. X squared plus 2x minus 15. Let's just try it. X squared, did I say plus 2x minus 15?
X squared plus 2x minus 15.
Okay, let's just do it. Actually, you try. So x is right there, and the square button's right below it. Plus 2x.
Where's the plus?
I know it's hiding.
Oh.
Right there. Minus 15. And we said 3 and -5. So I know that doesn't show the -5 right there, but what's right between -4 and -6? -5. And then what's right between 2 and 4? 3. Feel good about it?
Mm-hmm.
These are called parabolas, or smiley faces, unless they're upside down. Then they're still parabolas, but they're no longer smiley faces. Super helpful. This is like how gravity works. Every time you plot a graph of a ball flying through the air, it's going to travel in the path of one upside down parabola because it's doing this, right? Gravity acts in a squared fashion. We'll call it a parabolic fashion here.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you do any equations with anything that moves, cars, planes, rockets, I don't care, literally doing aerodynamics for like making baseballs and whatever, you're going to be using these types of equations, and you're going to want to solve for zeros. A zero in terms of like a ball falling is pretty helpful. Say we have some dude standing on a cliff here. Here it is. Okay. He throws a ball. It does this. Of course, the parabola doesn't extend into the negative direction because time doesn't just go backwards. But as he throws it forward, finding that 0 will tell you how far away from his starting position in the x direction that it traveled. And you're like, cool, whatever. I promise you it's helpful to a lot of people. All right.